balance, and Tornado Kick is good. Why is Tornado Kick a good skill? Tornado Kick is a 330 potency off-global cooldown skill which removes all stacks of Grease Lightning upon use. This skill used to see very limited use, essentially only coming into play at the end of a fight or if you would drop your stacks because of a long phase transition. It was widely accepted that using Tornado Kick in any other situation would be a DPS loss. So what changed this? With the cooldown of Perfect Balance being reduced to 60 seconds, and the additional effect being granted to Riddle of Wind that upon use you would gain a stack of Grease Lightning, recovering stacks became much easier, and so losing your stacks suddenly isn't anywhere near the DPS loss that it used to be. Thanks to this, we have reached a point where the more you're able to fit in well-executed Tornado Kicks, the higher your DPS will be. If you look at these spreadsheets covering 3 different openers, you'll see that the more Tornado Kicks, the higher the potency per second. The linked 3 videos are of dummy parses picked to have similar crit and direct hit rates in order to maintain consistency. They showcase how using Tornado Kick in different ways will affect your DPS compared to a parse with no Tornado Kick uses. So now that we've established that Tornado Kick is good, we'll look at specifically when it's good, and how to begin using it as a player unfamiliar with this playstyle. To do this, we'll first look at how you would go about properly executing a Tornado Kick, before laying down some basic rules that should be followed when first learning how to implement Tornado Kick into your rotation. To set up a Tornado Kick inside Riddle of Fire, we begin by popping Riddle of Fire before a third hit. This ensures that the buff will be falling off before a third hit, enabling us to Tornado Kick at the end of Riddle of Fire, and have our next GCD immediately grant a stack of Grease Lightning. We then use Perfect Balance and do 2 more third hits, refreshing Demolish when necessary. We then refresh Dragon King Twin Snakes, and for the final GCD under Perfect Balance, either Demolish if you haven't already reapplied, or True Strike. So now that we've seen what a mid-fight Tornado Kick looks like, here are some basic rules to remember to ensure that our Tornado Kicks are cleanly executed. For this section of the video, we'll be looking at this specific log from Tiffany Lias to analyze some of the more advanced uses of Tornado Kick. This window at 2 minutes is a perfect example of 2 of the key uses Tornado Kick has: manipulating your GCD and fitting in additional Tornado Kicks under raid buffs. Since Tornado Kick removes all stacks of Grease Lightning, your GCD gets slowed temporarily until you've regained your Grease Lightning stacks. We can take advantage of this fact and use Tornado Kick to slow our GCD purposefully so that we're entering certain buffs on a specific GCD. If we look at the Tornado Kick used at 2 minutes in this log, we see that it wasn't used under Riddle of Fire, Internal Release, or even any raid buffs from other party members. At first, this may seem to go against everything covered in the basic uses section of this video. However, if we scroll through the timeline, we find that as a result of that Tornado Kick, the Internal Release application now lines up perfectly before a Demolish. If we scroll even further, you'll notice that because of that specific timing afforded by using Tornado Kick previously, he now gets an additional Tornado Kick at the very last second of Internal Release, Trick Attack, and Chain Stratagem before recovering with Riddle of Wind. This video from Lias showcasing a 5-minute dummy rotation is another excellent example of how to use Tornado Kick to manipulate the GCD for personal gain. Each Tornado Kick of this log is precise down to the second in its usage here. As a result of his GCD manipulation, he doesn't have to delay Riddle of Fire at all, as it naturally lines up with perfect entry points in his rotation. His full video and log will be linked in the description. These techniques are going to be incredibly fight specific, and so a general guide on when and how to set these up isn't really possible. However, once you become confident in your play, you can talk with your static and coordinate raid buffs in order to be able to execute these yourself. If you have any questions that remain unanswered, you can contact me directly either on Discord or Twitter, and I'll do my best to help you out. I would also recommend joining the Balanced Discord server, where you can find myself and many other skilled players to discuss the game with, as well as a whole host of resources you can use to improve your play. Thanks for watching.